Chantel.
And I'm Carly.
And you're watching
Human Insider.
Alright, so with symbolic interactionism, we have three main concepts that it tends to cover. And to that, it would be meaning, language, and thinking. Mm-hmm. So I think we should just kind of dive into what each one kind of signifies with that.
And give it little tidbits of examples.
Little tidbits, yeah. With meaning, it basically says that our perceptions drive our responses. So George Herbert Mead, the wine's hitting. George Mead, he tended to explain meaning to say that when it comes to symbolic interactionism, I don't know what I'm looking at over there. When it comes to symbolic interactionism, you associate meaning to like physical artifacts, to people, to events, to like trees and things like that. So I think when it comes to meaning, for example, like
this says, let's see, we have part of a definition, humans acting of the definition of their situation.
Yeah.
So then it goes from stimulus to interpretation to response.
Yeah. Yeah.
So something that stimulates you and then gives you an interpretation.
Exactly.
And then creates that response.
Exactly.
So like, for example, like even a fight, I guess.
Right.
We would say. So let's say something sparks you to get upset. Mm-hmm. And then that your interpretation is what made you, upset at it. It might be reading a text wrong, but the person maybe didn't mean it that way. Mm-hmm. And then that evokes a response from you. So it's meaning, and everyone has a different meaning.
Yeah, I think
like text, for example.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So I feel like perfect example. I feel like meaning for symbolic interactionism. I don't like texting because I've been misinterpreted so many times behind it. So I always associate texting with miscommunication. Yeah. So in my head, my response to texting is bad. Like, I don't like when people are like, oh yeah, like, let's just text. Like, texting is the main thing to do. And it's just like,
you're like, not for me.
No, not for me.
Today.
I've had enough bad experiences with it. So I think that's what the meaning portion of symbolic interactionism, when you have like, I don't know, you know how like when you go through like a breakup and then there's like a song that always played in that breakup and then and then time passes and then you always hate that song. Yes. I feel like that because now that song has meaning and then it directly correlates to the breakup. And so it's symbolic in that form. I think that's what it means. Perfect. Cool.
Totally.
Take a sip to that.
Oh, yeah.
So point 2, language, which is the way we learn to interpret words and sounds.
Like in our textbook was talking about like little noises like thuds and stuff like that. Like a crashing noise would be like a boom or something like that.
Yeah, I think like usually like when glass breaks or something, it's like someone needs help. You know? So like those sounds are kind of again associated to like a certain meaning when you,
or if you hear like a car crash outside, you automatically know like, wow, something's wrong.
Yeah, like, and it's crazy because it's like even on a simplistic level, and this is gonna sound really stupid when I say this, but like when someone coughs, you assume that either their throat is dry or that they're sick. Yeah. And people are like, well, duh, because they cough. But it's like, no, we've associated the sound that when your lungs make that sound.
They could have freaking swallowed a fly.
Yeah, exactly. So we associate that sound because it's like, it could have easily been like, anything. We could have easily called a cough a sneeze, but we decided to call it a cough. Yeah. And like I said, it sounds really stupid, but that's like the whole idea behind symbolic interaction. At least that's how I interpret it.
That's how I interpret it too. And then I have like an example because I love donuts.
I love donuts. I'm not a donut person.
Really?
No.
What do you like then?
I like cake.
Cake
is good.
I guess it depends on the cake. Like vanilla with chocolate frosting. Oh my gosh.
Depends you have a meaning to that? Okay. Back to thinking.
Okay, so
thinking.
taking on the role of the other person. I like this one a lot.
Yeah, I think that's interesting.
Because it makes you really get into, it literally makes you take on the role of the other person, where you start to, you know, think, okay, what does this person think about me? Or what's this person thinking in a certain situation that you two might be in?
Yeah, I think with that, it is important in terms of like trying to figure out the context of what that situation means when other people are involved, to put yourself in their shoes. The only thing with that is that like you can easily make assumptions, and those assumptions aren't always correct when you put yourself in the shoes of that other person, unless if they communicate exactly how they felt, you know.
And then I think with that too, you can overthink a lot too, which I do that. Me too. Very guilty. I'm pretty sure we all are guilty of that.
Don't lie.
Don't front. I think like, and I think the older I've gotten, the more I like tell myself, I'm like, whoa, calm down, stop doing that. Yeah. Because it's easy. You start thinking of certain situations, like if you're dating someone and they're not texting you back or calling you back, like in enough time, you start overthinking, and you start thinking, okay, you know, you have an inner conversation with yourself, and you're like, did I do something wrong? Did I say something? In my last text, did it come across as mean? And start over. Oh yeah. And you start overthinking. Damn relationships.
Oh my gosh. One day we'll stop talking about this, guys. We're gonna get to like, I'm gonna say like 3 videos from now, and we will do a whole video. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. But okay, in our defense, this unit is about relationship like development. Okay? Yeah. So we are going to talk about relationships a lot for the next 2 videos, just letting you know.
Because that's a big part of communication in general. Because I mean, it's not just relationships, but I mean, you communication with yourself and communication with other people. Yeah. Yeah. And then like, relationship's such a loaded word nowadays, especially in like our culture, but we're not gonna get into that. We're gonna that's
talk
a whole nother video.
We're gonna talk and that's a whole nother video, a whole different channel. Thanks you guys for watching our video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and we hope to see you again soon.